So all of you young people in this room, I hope you got the message from that. Sitting on the sofa, wishing and hoping and dreaming is not enough. There's a scripture that says faith without works is dead. You have to get your butt off the couch. You have to, this is what you want. It doesn't matter that your grandfather or your neighbor or somebody said, oh, this must be a scam. This can't possibly be real. Did some of you not hear that? Yes. Of course. So you're going to give testimony this week that it is true. That there are amazing people here, and you're going to have an experience of a lifetime, and you're going to be able to show these naysayers that they're full of BS. Studies have shown that 80% of the population is negative. You can hand them a $100 bill, and the skeptic of the 80% are going to look at it and think that it's a phony, because that's how their brain operates. Unfortunately, for some of you parents, you're married to a person like that, or your parents are like that. The only advice I can give you when you have a negative person in your life is get behind me, Satan. The worst thing to do is to kill the spirit of your child. And you husbands, to destroy the spirit of your spouse by constantly putting them down or hammering them, not agreeing to anything, not allowing them to have a point of view. Where? How? Everyone has something to contribute. And you young people have the energy to fuel this. It's like getting a brand new car, but you're the gasoline. That car ain't going anywhere if you don't take action. And I know from my own personal story, I've had people say to my face, I was working for the March of Dimes on the board of directors, and I remember we were talking about what to charge for ticket prices. Well, in order to pay for the dinner and all the things, I said, we're going to have to charge $500. And there were some people on that committee with me who said, $500? People can't afford $500. And I said, well, if we present it right, they'll find a way. We're raising money for the March of Dimes. And one person said to me, well, if I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth like you, I would say $500 too. It so incensed me because they knew nothing about me. But my life is, and I know I have some in this room that are from where I was born. I was born on a Toyoak reservation in the Four Corners area, right outside of Cortez, outside of Farmington. And 11 brothers and sisters. And my dad was what was called a roughnecker. He worked on the oil wells. And my mom, you can imagine, 11 kids. We didn't have a television. We had a wood stove, but I think most of the time they put coal in it, if I remember right. And my mom was busy baking bread and canning and doing it. Was full time. We went to a creek to get water to bring up to put on the stove so we could take baths. No television, none of that kind of stuff. And at one point, we were so poor that we lived on the river outside of Farmington, New Mexico, that flew through a little town called Aztec in a tent. And the moral of that story is, I never lost sight from the positive message my parents gave me. We read the Bible every night. We're Christians, still are. And we prayed every night. And even though we were poor, I had no concept of it. Because my mom and dad, I hear her voice. You're going to be president one day, son. She made us believe. That's your job as parents. Not to break the spirit of your kids. And some of you grandparents, be there for them. Being a negative Nelly is not how you build self-esteem. If your kid wants to be a dancer, I don't care if he is a 12-year-old boy. Support him. Let him be that kid. It doesn't matter Dad, that you're a macho football player. And that's what you want your son to be. We're all different. I have 4 brothers and 7 sisters, and our 4 brothers, we went elk hunting, deer hunting, pheasant hunting, anything to eat. And my dad was very frustrated with me because when the animals got killed, I cried. Ever since I was little. And I'm still that way today. I love every breathing thing. I remember once on Pacific Coast Highway going out of Malibu. The mountains come there, and a deer walked to the side of the road. And I saw it, and so I kind of moved over. But the car behind me hit it. So I immediately pulled over, and to show you the differences of temperament, I ran back to the deer, and his head was in my arms. The guy that hit him, "You got him? Okay, man." And he got in his car and left, not helping to call the animal rescue, nada. That's the difference of people. So I'm just saying to you dads, artists are sensitive. We're emotional. Don't hammer your kid if you got an artist and you're thinking you're toughing them up. You're just being stupid. Your kid needs you to understand who they are, what they're wanting. And it doesn't matter, parents, that maybe you lost your way or you made a mistake and you don't know how to get out of it. But at least you still have a chance to help your child get on the right path. And the path is God's destiny. Let God do the work. Give your kids the smorgasbord of life. Maybe they want to be a dentist. Maybe they want to be a veterinarian. Maybe they want to be a ballet dancer, your son Jacob. Or maybe your daughter wants to be a plumber. It doesn't matter. But your job as a parent is to hold them, to encourage them. You should be their best support system. So I want to applaud all of you for not listening to stupid internet or naysayers. You can put anything on the internet. And the minute the internet becomes your Bible, you're an idiot. Because it's the wild, wild west. You can post anything. I can post anything about any of you on the internet. Educate yourself. And I want you to go forth this week, and the president of Ipop will give you some, we're going to have a couple contests going. But tell the world, email it, tweet it, shout it. It's a little above my pay grade to understand all the technology. But you young people know, I struggle with it. That shows our age as parents and grandparents. But you young people, take the time to put something positive as it happens for you this week. Life doesn't always have to be negative. Do we have a deal on that? Yeah. We're going to show, you're going to go into boot camp right after this. And in this boot camp, you're going to be working with some celebrity coaches. It's going to be inspiring today and tomorrow for you. So watch the screen.
I'm Kimberly Johnson.